Good day, everyone. In this video, we are going to look at solving for a missing angle using cosine. But before I write down the cosine ratio, I think it's important for us first to label our sides appropriately and to verify that the cosine ratio is the correct ratio that we should use here. And to do that, we are going to look at the right angle. And the side across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Now, the reference angle is the angle that we're going to try to find. That reference angle is immediately next to or touching the side that's given. So that side should be labeled as adjacent. And because we have a right angle triangle that has an adjacent side and a hypotenuse, we are looking at using the cosine ratio for this, so the cosine ratio is correct. And the cosine ratio, we're going to write down as cosine of the angle that we're trying to find, or it could be the given angle if that were the case, is equal to the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. So, the cosine of the angle that we're trying to find, theta, is going to equal to the adjacent side, which is 7, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 10. So, if we look at this 7 over 10 as a decimal approximation using our calculator, then cosine of theta is going to equal to 0.7000. Let's use 4 places after the decimal for a trig ratio. Now, our problem is that if we want to isolate or get theta by itself, we have cosine that's in the way. And cosine is a function. So we have to find the opposite or inverse function. And the opposite or inverse of cosine is cosine to the minus 1. So if we take cosine to the minus 1 of the left-hand side, then to maintain balance in the equation, we have to do the exact same thing to the other side. And from there, inverse functions or opposite functions, they cancel. And we're left with theta is equal to cosine to the minus 1 of 0.7000. Now, on your calculator, you're going to find that cosine is normally written directly above the cosine key. And to access cosine to the minus 1, you're probably going to have to press on the second function and the cosine button to get cosine to the minus 1. But when you do so successfully on your calculator, you should find that for this example, that theta is going to equal to 45.6. Now, that 45.6 is an angle measure. And because it's an angle measure, we should report that angle measure in degrees. So our answer, theta, is equal to 45.6 degrees.